Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in and or watching Beside Her. My name is Crystal.
And I'm Nelly. And we're virtual.
Yeah, Nelly's been on this vibe that like, we need to try a virtual episode. I'm like, no.
It just gives us more of an opportunity to film. You know what I mean? Because we don't live that close to each other. So if we can film virtually, like, let's do it. Hashtag 2020, hashtag COVID.
Right. I don't understand that hashtag.
Because ever since COVID, everything went virtual and like remote,
Sorry.
you know? Yeah.
Is that our new end? Oh, wait. Let's get into this episode because it kind of ties into that because
it does.
What? This is our new end. So welcome to our new 2025 year. This is our new end.
Yes.
Virtual episodes.
I love it.
Sometimes
it's not going to be an all the time kind of thing because we love being together. And the reason that we started the podcast was so that we can spend more time together. But we're also spending time together here virtually as well. We're just not physically together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do need my physical sister time though.
I agree. But and another thing too is what was I going to say? Hold on. Oh my God. Pregnancy brain.
No way.
No, seriously, I just lost my train of thought. Like the choo-choo went away. What was
That's crazy, sister.
Wait, sister, no, this is bad.
Also,
oh, okay. But what I was going to say is I literally lost it again. This is this is so bad. So what I was going to say again is that since we've come back, we've had so many different sceneries and we haven't addressed the different sceneries on purpose because it's real life. Like, we are moms and we are trying our best. That's pretty much it.
Live together. But this episode, we're gonna be talking about our ins and our outs of 2025. We just want to like refocus, like what in 2024 worked and what did not.
A lot.
What are we saying no to this year? A lot.
Mm-hmm.
What are we saying no to this year? Where are boundaries being drawn and things like that? So this is a great episode, especially being that we're like 42 seconds into the new year.
I think these kind of things are important in terms of reflecting. You know, we talk, we reflect. I love reminiscing, but I feel like doing something like this is almost like a life audit. It's like, what am I? I know you hate when I use that phrase because it sounds so dramatic, but it's true. Like I love doing, I'm a goal getter, goal setter kind of person. It helps me to look forward to things and it also helps with depression. So I feel that doing like a life audit and doing things like this is important because then you can really determine like what are the things that are working in my life that are helping me to get closer to my goals. What are things that are not working and are
pushing you back?
Hindering or like setting me back. What are the things that I can add into my routines so that I can get closer to my goals or just feel healthier, feel happier. Just do something. You know what I mean? Like I've been there. I've been one of those people that's been like in a rut, but I don't like to stay in the rut. Like, who likes to stay in the rut? So by doing things like that and taking little steps to audit your life, then that's just going to just help you to feel better and slowly get you out of that rut. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I'm rambling. These glasses are making me feel like a teacher, and I feel like we're about to teach a lesson right now.
You're right. Like, reflecting and doing your life auditing, whatever word you want to use, is very, very important. And I used to be this person that used to be like, "Hey, no, you're not me." No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because if you're focused more on like the change that you want to see instead of the steps on how to get there, you're never gonna get there.
Preach.
I've really learned to enjoy like the steps because it's so cool to see the growth and all those mini steps. Like, oh my gosh, I'm embracing this new moment. I'm embracing this new like hobby or this new little thing that I've taken on. And at the end of the day, as you keep going, you're gonna realize, wow, I made it to that goal that I wanted.
I don't think you understand the gravity of what you just said. Okay? Let me tell you something real quick.
Go on.
Very successful people, they're often asked, like, you know, what's your favorite thing about what you do? And typically people are like winning the championship or getting that award. No, successful people say that their favorite thing is the process.
Yeah.
The steps they take to then get to that big accolade.
Yeah, like think about it. People who go to the playoffs or whatever, they win the championship, they focus like, oh, I love practice. I love being with my teammates. I love practicing. People who love to work out and like they actually like see the result. They actually love to work out. No, sister, that's so important for us, and I've embraced it. Like I've learned from you, but these auditing and these things, like you need to really set these goals and write them down sometimes and whatever.
No.
It's actually really, really
write them
important.
down all the time. Okay, not sometimes, all the time.
No, I have. I definitely have. I've done it not in like the way that you do like the goals. I've done it as like a prayer, like to God, like what I want to see happen. And if it's in His will, it's gonna happen, type thing. And I think that actually is super, super important. Which gets into my first in. My first in is actually continuing to build my relationship with God. This is my first and foremost, most important one. Is really diving into my relationship with God, going to church, still attending my Bible study, things like that. I've really like have seen, because I've poured so much into that, so much positive things have branched off of it. I've met new people who really actually care about me and like actually want to do things that aren't just like about drinking and smoking and gossiping and this. I've realized there's so much more that's like positive that have really like enjoyed doing, and it's just this new person. I feel like I met a new person in myself, so that's a new in.
Good for you, sister. I'm glad.
Thank you.
As long as it's bringing you more positivity and it's changing you for the better, I support it. Okay, my first 2025 in, since we're starting with the ins, is being more present, living in the moment, less of thinking more too far out into the future, because people with anxiety, like myself, often live in the future and don't really appreciate what's happening in the moment. And I think that I need to really practice that a lot more. My partner is really good at that and just such a go with the flow kind of person, whereas I am like, when we're going to do this and this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And I create too many steps and I'm very rigid, which at times can be helpful. But for the most part, for like bigger life things, I need to live more like in the moment, being more present and enjoying what's right in front of me.
You know, what's so crazy is when we live in the future so much, what if we never get there? So we're just spending this day, these hours,
Exactly.
this few minutes stressing and stressing. What if you never get to that moment?
Exactly.
Love that.
Thank you.
So I'm going to do an out then.
Okay, do an out.
An out for me, huge out, and I never thought that this would be a thing, ever. Especially me. If you know me, you know me. But a huge out for me is anything that's like alcohol, drinking, smoking.
That's
Gone.
crazy. Gone with the wind, bullseye.
I'm not understanding that reference.
That's Toy Story. Oh my God.
Even last year, like late last year, like after I got baptized in December, I was like, you know what, I can have like one drink or whatever. Like if I go out to eat, I'll have one drink or whatever. I'm like, why even want that? What's the purpose? If I'm choosing not to drink, it's not because I want to be this like holier than thou person. It's more like what purpose is that bringing into my life? And
I feel
every
you.
decision I've made,
Yeah.
that's been, not every decision rather, but the decisions that I tend to make when I drink alcohol aren't good ones.
Never. Duh.
Yeah.
I want to meet somebody who makes good decisions.
We've been able to like have drinks and not go crazy or not, just keep it a calm night. Like, oh yeah, I had a glass of wine or whatever.
Okay, I understand. But when you say drink, I'm like, we're game. We're drinking. You know,
Crunk.
we're drinking.
Like I was even like, yeah, like maybe I'll do hookah like once a month or like whenever I'm out with people. What? No, I just like I don't want any parts.
Should I do an hour in?
In.
Okay, so 2025 in. Something that I'm going to continue. Well, something that I'm going to start. Not start. I started it towards the end of last year. And I'm going to continue doing it. It is prioritizing self-care. And that's like an umbrella term. Because underneath that is what I'm going to be taking in is taking my time during showers. I'm going to do a whole shower routine. I'll make sure that I complete my shower routine. And I put my lotion on. I cannot believe that I used to shower and not put lotion on after. Like, just...
She's nasty.
She's ashy nasty. That's crazy to me. Like,
her skin is cracked.
Yes. I literalmente cannot believe I did that.
But I love that for you. See, that's
Thank you.
important. I'm glad you're doing that. Especially with 2 kids and especially with a third. You better get that self-care routine down.
I know.
Because, girl,
yeah.
You know what happens.
Yes.
In the trenches.
I think that's why I'm really focusing on this, because I'm like, listen, this is my 3rd time around. I know how I get with postpartum. Postpartum is awful. It's scary. The postpartum thoughts are unspeakable sometimes because that's how scary it gets and how real it gets. And I really just need to woosah, take it easy, and do my self-care, because if there's one thing that makes me feel so good, it's a full shower. If the baby cries, the baby cries. It's okay because babies cry. I can still put my lotion on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I will piggyback off of that.
Okay.
I feel like we're just mirroring each other in this. But huge one for me this year is hair oiling. I really want to get into that because we were on it. Me and you were on a phase.
Hair oils.
Hair oils.
Like miel.
Like miel stuff, but I want to make my own. I'd love to make my own, like natural ingredients and make my own.
Sounds like a lot of work.
No, once you make it, you make it. And so I really want to start that and really prioritizing my hair health because I just want to have luscious, beautiful hair.
I like that. So an out for me, and we did an episode about this a little while ago about overconsumption, is buying stupid bleep shit.
Why'd you just bleep but you didn't? What? All right.
Yeah, so I'm done with that. Honestly, the last 6 months, if I tell you the number of how much credit card debt I paid off, you will gag. It is the most I've ever paid. But also, at the same time, I have a lot more in my savings. I feel like a new woman. And it's because I realized how much I've been spending on ridiculous things. Like the amount of money I spent in subscriptions each month is just so unfair and ridiculous and unnecessary. So everything right now is want versus need. Okay, with this new baby coming, I feel like I'm stepping into a new generation of mom. Okay, I've really been prioritizing with this new baby on things that what the baby needs. Like I'm not buying or overspending on clothes. I'm doing the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Okay, my first child, when I tell you the amount of things that I had to donate, there were clothes that he never even worn. I think that's not okay, first of all. So that's not happening this time around. It's very much a want versus need, especially with 3 kids. Expenses are getting higher, and I'm not going to be spending money on tissue box covers anymore.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
The one you have already works.
I do have one. I love it. It's cute. What is your out?
I have completely cut out worldly music.
What?
Worldly music. So like secular music, like things that are not worship music, I've cut out. Listen,
what?
My sister.
Oh my God. What are you saying? All right, go ahead. I'm going to be open-minded.
My sister knows how much I was a Bad Bunny fan, like crazy.
Oh.
She was like...
The fact that you have not listened to his new album is considered a sin. Okay? Let me just let you know that.
But I just can't get into it. Like, I literally just not mentally there anymore. Can't do it. But I've cut it out. The only reason why, honestly, too, is because I don't have time. I barely have the time, rather, to listen to music. So when I do, I don't want to hear. I don't want to.
That's not what he's saying.
But there's just so much music that I used to listen to that was like that. That's why I stopped listening to it.
Okay.
And honestly, the music that I do listen to now just helps me realign myself into like gratitude and like positive things instead of listening to like the other stuff I was listening to, where I was like, okay, now I want to bend my back over him, shaking booty down. Like, no, I don't want to be doing this while I'm making my coffee.
Okay. I hear you, and I'm going to completely disagree with you because there's I'm going to use the term that you use. There's worldly music that gives people I'm going to speak for myself, right? That gives me those same exact emotions. And the Bad Bunny album that just came out, it makes me feel happy and grateful for my life, grateful for the people around me. Like, and the fact that his music brings people together the way that it does, especially this album, it's inspiring. Honestly, it's super inspiring. So the next one, I think it's a big one for me, is probably top 2. It's being okay with not being okay. It's okay to say I'm not well. I need help, you know? And I think that's okay. I think that's being vulnerable is I think a sign of strength, asking for help and just understanding that I cannot do it all. That is, let me tell you, that's a big thing for me to say out loud.
I think the people who are the strongest are the ones who really accept that they're vulnerable, because if you just hold it in, I feel like you just become weaker. You're just like self-destructing inside.
That's a good one.
Crashing in on yourself.
Yeah, that's good.
Because you don't want to open your mouth. Open your mouth. And so it's that saying, like, closed mouths don't ever get fed. Like, you need to reach out and be like, listen, I'm not doing well. Someone come over, watch the kids, take the kids. And I specifically told my sister, I said, girl, if you need us to take the kids at any time, to sleep over, whatever, please, like, this is your time, especially when the third child comes, because we understand, especially my mom that has 3 kids. We know where you may get to that point, and it's okay. Like, no one's gonna judge you. Be like she ain't got it. She needs our help. No, we are more than willing and able and love to.
I agree. I was thinking about it today when I was making my son's bed, and I'm like, Nelly, I'm good now. I'm okay now. I'm feeling way better. Like 2 months ago, I was not, but I'm feeling so much better now. And if my cup is empty and I cannot fill my cup, there's no way that I can show up for my family. And it's so true. Like, if I'm not in it, like if I'm down and out, they're down and out. And they feel that.
Yeah.
And my son being 4 years old, who's being way more aware of things, like I'm being more conscientious of how I react and my irritability and all of that stuff. And I'm seeking help and like making sure that I stay on top of myself, because it's a lot, dude. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, because you're also teaching them how to cope and how to manage their own emotions. As you're managing.
100%.
That's crazy you said that, because just last night this one's very spiritual for me. I was praying last night about that. I was like, because I've been getting frustrated this week. Like, I've been getting frustrated, even not just we, in general, as humans, we get overwhelmed, especially being moms. So I was getting overwhelmed, and I was finding myself like snapping. Like, I just felt like, Jesus, yeah. And then I'm like, no. So I was praying last night. I'm like, dude, like, I really want to change that. I don't want to be snappy, snippy. I don't want to do none of that. So today I was just like, and she was just looking at me, and I'm like, this might be a good lesson for whenever she's overwhelmed. You're into being present. That also ties into that. Yeah. You need to like really be like, yo, be in the moment, be like, I'm overwhelmed right now. Let me just breathe. Just take it easy.
Yeah, literally take it easy, and just reminding yourself, like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's never that serious. Do a beauty one. What's an out beauty thing for you?
An out for me beauty is provocative clothing.
Oh, I saw one. That's true. You.
Girl, you know.
Even
Right.
honestly, even this past, was it Thanksgiving? Maybe. Yes. You had on this short skirt, and I said, "Oh, you look good," but
I was like, yeah.
provocative clothing, that's great.
Yeah, no. Like, we don't need to be doing all that.
You're right. I like that.
I also want to start working out, but I don't want to start working out to dress less. I want to be working out for like health reasons.
Yeah, to feel good on the inside and on the
Yeah.
outside, banging.
Exactly.
That booty.
Sure. But I think it's cool too. Like, I feel like the most beautiful women they don't want to show everything.
I got you.
Because they know they got it.
Right. Let's finish up, sister.
That was my last one.
That was
my last out. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on a controversial note.
okay.
If it's a way, I'm sorry, but I'm
Not sorry. I mentioned one. Oh, a beauty one. Okay. Can I end on a beauty one too?
Sure.
Okay. So last out. I believe in 2025, what is out is lash extensions. And using more than 4 products in your skincare routine. I think that's out because anything more than that, you're doing too much. And the reason why I'm saying that is because clearly something inspired me to say that. I watched some shorty on Instagram. She used, I'm not even kidding, like 10 products. And I'm like, there's no way, I'm sorry, but there's no way that you do this every day. There's absolutely no way. And she's a mom. So she probably did it to like get people to buy stuff so that she can earn the commission, which is very smart. But there's no way that you're using those 10 products in your skincare routine on a daily basis.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, bro. When you know how they list it, I literally counted and I'm like, no. And she kept But the thing is, she kept going. Like she kept dripping the oils and another one. And she's like, like she kept doing the ASMR thingy mabobber, like to open the bottles and all that.
How, like,
10 products.
I kind of commend her for it because it's like if your skin didn't break out after that,
Right?
we could never. You and I could never.
Because the thing is, okay, when you break out, the first thing you want to look at is your skincare routine. And if you're using 10 products for your skincare routine, which one are you going to eliminate to identify where the problem is?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. There might be chemicals in one product that can't interact with the other. That's why I can't do that.
See?
You can literally give yourself a chemical burn.
Literally didn't even think of that. 10 products?
It's a lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think under eye cream, cleanser, obviously.
I'm going to disagree with you with under eye cream.
Moisturizer and SPF are the top four products that you need every day.
I like that. I like that. Did you say toner?
No.
Okay, I think you should add toner. Has made a huge difference on my skin. Every skin is different. I stopped buying under eye cream because I've learned that the ingredients in under eye cream are the same ingredients that are in most moisturizers that you put on your face. So you might as well just put the moisturizer under your eye.
Just make sure that when you're buying an eye cream, it has caffeine in it.
Haven't heard of that, but good to know. I just use now like the balms that you bought me, and then like the under eye patches. Highly recommend.
I totally see her after she gives birth with the under eye patches
And breastfeeding.
running around her breastfeeding, like us walking into her apartment just like that.
The self-care, man, is really, it makes me feel so good.
It should, and that's so important. And I'm so glad that you're placing that up here.
I really am.
Our ins and outs, because girl, the worst thing is like when you are overstimulated and overworked and your hair is a mess and disheveled. The first thing I do whenever I'm overwhelmed, like with work or with anything, is I make sure my hair is either wet and brushed and I have it up in a tight bun, or just out of my way. 70% I feel better.
Wow, that's so good.
Because then imagine if you're overstimulated and your hair is like in a low bun, disheveled, and you're just, you said no.
Yeah. That looks like a scene from a novela.
You literally can't. I love that for us.
I love it for us too. Well, I hope y'all can resonate with some of these things and share with us what's in and out for you in 2025.
Yes. Girl, I have so many more, but I'm just...
Of course we do.
We're gonna habit.
We did the umbrella terms, right?
We did.
Yeah.
You love an umbrella.
I love umbrellas.
Yeah, okay, Rihanna. But we hope that you Thank you guys so much for tuning in and are watching. We literally live, laugh, love you guys. And
Live,
we're still
love,
here watching.
love.
We see you.
We thank you and we love you. We'll practice that. Bye.